Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Dr. Inia Desnia show. All right. Um, well, it's been a busy day for me, and I'm glad that I could make it today. If you're joining me for the first time, this is where I share resources to help SMEs thrive. So I'm glad to be here. So short, always short and sweet. And so welcome to the show. Today, this is the last show for the year 2024. So after this, the next time you see me is in the new year. So this is just to end the year strong. This is my topic today, ending the year strong, right? And how do you do that? I say that first of all by making sure that you think of great things, ending this year strong and preparing for the next year, right? I always end my show by saying that you should be intentional. So I want to really stress here that you should embrace intentionality, meaning that you should stop procrastinating, right? Making sure that you all the things that we've learned, work with professional. And of course, if you don't have a professional working with you, please navigate to my website, the Dr. Inia .com website and navigate to my CPA firm where we can work together, set up a consultation, we can work together. So first thing is to be intentional. All right. Be intentional, you know, focusing on being intentional. The second one is courage, right? I know that one thing that we face in as an SME is the goal of change or looking for ways to change. Now sometimes the change might not be easy, might not be an easy thing to do, right? Change might not be easy, right? You might have to learn something new just to make sure that you're out there, right? Maybe a technology, whatever is needed to make your SME thrive. So I know sometimes to change, I let me tell you personally, I don't like change really. I don't like when I say change. I prefer being stuck in a software, for example, that I'm very comfortable with, as opposed to go and learning something new. But you know what? I still have to do it, right? I still have to put in the hours and understand a new software if I know it's going to benefit my business, right? So yes, one of the things that you should have as you close the year and look into 2025 is to ensure that you have the um, courage, right? Have that courage to say, you know what, I'm going to accept change. I'm going to say, okay, what do I need to do better, right? How do I get better? How do I tweak in my company to do better? So that's the change, right? That's the new thing you have to learn. All right. And also be open to learning, right? Change might be just open. Change could be changing a process, right? It might not just be learning a new software, right? It could be changing a process. So the third, but it also could be learning. But the third is, I would say, is learning. Be open to learn new stuff, right? New things, right? I'm also in the teaching area, so I even see some new softwares, and every time somebody, there's improvement. So trying to make it user friendly for students. So I'm also in the teaching space. So for the business, right, you might have to learn something new. You might have to see what applies to your industry, what is new out there, right? Be open, right, to say, you know what, I want to see what is happening. Another thing I want you to note is what I want you to do is, don't be an island, right? To succeed, you have to communicate with other people, right? Find out what's happening in the group, right? Maybe your group of the people that are working in your industry. Make sure you attend organizational meetings, find out what is happening there, right? Sign up for their newsletter, right? Don't be a stranger. I know we get very busy, but one thing I realize in life, if something is important to you, you will make out time. If something is important, you make out time, right? So that's why I want to encourage us to make out time, right? Be part of your organization, find out what is happening, find out what maybe there's new trends out there that you can tap into because you decided to, you know, link. link link up with your organization, right? With members of the organization. So it's important that you do that, right? I already talked about tax planning, so I'm not really going to get into tax planning, but make sure that you're working with your CPA to say, okay, what can you do? I'm not going into detail, but just a reminder, tax planning. Remember, we're talking about finishing the year strong and preparing for a great 2025. All right. So these are a couple of things I just wanted to highlight um, for each and every one of us, and make sure that you're just pinpointing this. You know what works for you can be different from somebody else, right? What works for you to be being intentional could be that, you know what, I'm gonna maybe create time, maybe in the early morning, great time to be intentional, or late in the evening, something, great time, maybe the first hour as I come into work, the first 1 or 2 hours is to create time to be intentional. What can I do? What is it that I need to do? Right. Or check what is outstanding as at Monday and see, okay, what can I tweak? What can I do? Right. Because, we could go, I mean, but when I say me and we, content creators can speak all the time, but if you don't use that, if you don't implement that, if you're not intentional in implementing some of these things, of course, in my case, I always say that what I provide is for informative and educative purposes only. The reason why I provide these resources for you to dig in deeper and actually work with a professional so that you can actually tap into these resources in the right way, right? But at least trick you up there so that you can actually say, okay, this is something that is available, um, you know, available for me. Let me look into it, right? Being informed is what we're doing here, what I am providing here, not anybody that appears on the in the program. All right. So just wanted to highlight that. Okay. And so finally, please take time, enjoy your day, enjoy your family, make sure you're spending time to relax and rest. I'm really wishing everybody, first of all, thanking everyone, anyone that has been part of this program. Don't take you for granted. You could be somewhere, of course, relaxing and not having time for this, but watching and listening, and hopefully I've made a positive impact in several businesses, right? And and just saying thank you first of all, but also making the wish that, wishing everybody, making that wish that of course you will spend time and enjoy yourself. I always say that, you know, the most important thing is, doing things that that work for you, that makes you happy, right? What I like might not be what you like, but again, enjoy yourself, spend time with family and friends. Friends are also family, right? Just depending on how you are with them, but you have friends that are family too. And then I'm wishing everybody too a very wonderful 2025, successful 2025. Hopefully that all these tools that we, discussed through this program, implement them, looking or working towards, the courage to change and to, change something out there, making sure that you're, um, you are open to learn new things, and of course, connecting with people, right? Of course, connecting with the right people, your profession, organization, connecting with people is a big thing. All right. So see you next year. Okay, bye for now.